Tonight on UCentral News. Today was Film and Music Day at the Oklahoma State Capitol to celebrate and highlight the state's growing industry. Find out more next. Warm, sunny weather has returned, but will it stick around? Phoebe Hilliard will have your full look at weather. The war with Iran has officially reached 40 days. Zach and I will have a deeper breakdown of the conflict later in the show. And the Thunder dominated the Jazz on Sunday. Emily Creekmore has a breakdown of that game and what to expect out of tonight's. All that and more happening right now on UCentral News.
Live from Central Oklahoma, this is UCentral News.
Hello Broncos, I'm Zach Sexton.
And I'm Abby Avers. Welcome to this edition of UCentral News. In breaking news, there was a shooting at Pauls Valley High School, and local law enforcement confirmed that the shooting occurred in the lobby area of the school.
Authorities are responding to the scene, and all students have been confirmed safe and accounted for. Principal Kirkmore sustained a gunshot injury from the incident, but is listed in stable condition after being care flighted to OU Health in Oklahoma City, and is the only person who is injured in the shooting, according to law enforcement.
There is no ongoing threat at this time, and a suspect has been detained. Zach went over to Bauman Avenue for a look into the ongoing construction, where the city of Edmond is working on waterline improvements east of campus around the Edmond Water Tower.
I'm standing here on Bauman Avenue, where the city of Edmond has begun phase 1 of its FY25 waterline improvements project. The project covers the area between North Bauman Avenue, East Ayers Street, North Bryant Avenue, and East 2nd Street. The main goal is to create dedicated water lines from wells 10, 14, 18, directly connecting them to a new elevated storage tank at the college complex. Crews will also be replacing aging water lines and fixing 2 known sanitary sewer issues in the area. The project comes with a price tag of over $6.3 million, funded through city water rate revenue. Construction was awarded in November of 2025, began in January of 2026, and is expected to be completed in June of 2027. Back to you, Abby.
Thank you, Zach. It was a warm and sunny day here in Oklahoma. Phoebe, what's it look like right now?
Abby, I won't lie, it actually looks really pretty outside, but will it last? That more in a minute. Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Phoebe Hilliard, and I'm here with your first look at weather. It is 72 degrees and partly cloudy outside with winds coming at 15 miles per hour from the south. Humidity is up to 28 because it has been really sunny outside lately, and it feels like 72, so it's not too far off. So looking ahead, this week on Friday, we're going to see a 20% chance of rain, but it's going to pick up over the weekend and lead into next week. And with this rain, it's going to bring in really high winds starting on Sunday, with winds coming in at 20 to 30 miles per hour. And we're going to see some temperatures drop because of the cold front and the rain. So for this and more, join me later for your full look at weather. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Phoebe. Yesterday, the United States Supreme Court declined to hear Strobel versus Oklahoma Tax Commission. Alicia Strobel, a tribal member of the Muskogee Nation, argued last June to the Oklahoma Supreme Court that she was exempt from paying the state income tax because she lives and works on tribal land. During arguments to the Oklahoma Supreme Court, Strobel referenced McGirt versus Oklahoma, which ruled that many reservations in Oklahoma were never disestablished. After the U.S. Supreme Court decided to send the case back to the state, the decision went to the Oklahoma Supreme Court, ruling that Strobel is not exempt. Muskogee Nation Principal Chief David Hill released a statement saying, quote, "We had hoped the U.S. Supreme Court would step in to address the wrong Oklahoma Supreme Court decision that disregards decades of settled federal law," end quote. The Oklahoma City Council has approved final plans for the new Clara Luper Civil Rights Center, a project funded through MAPS with a budget of more than $17 million. The center is named after civil rights leader Clara Luper, who helped lead nonviolent sit-ins that desegregated businesses across Oklahoma in the 1950s and 60s. City leaders say the facility will serve as both a museum and a community gathering space, highlighting Oklahoma's role in the civil rights movement. Plans include exhibits, classrooms, and event space for youth programs, and public art displays both inside and outside the building. The project will be operated by the Freedom Center of Oklahoma City.
Today was Oklahoma's Film and Music Day at the state capitol. Abby went to catch up with members of the film and music industry in Oklahoma.
Happening today is the Film and Music Day here at the Oklahoma State Capitol, where legislators and music and film professionals come together to highlight the impact of Oklahoma film and music industries.
Filmmakers, musicians, and industry leaders filled the state capitol for Oklahoma Film and Music Day, an event designed to connect professionals and students with lawmakers and highlight the industry's growth and impact across the state.
I think this is an amazing opportunity for filmmakers and educators and then just film lovers in general, just to be able to come into the Capitol and be able to enjoy a full day of music industry, film industry, and be able to network. I think it's a great opportunity for everybody just to be here.
With more than 50 exhibitors, organizations from across Oklahoma showcase career opportunities, workforce training, and free resources for aspiring artists. The event is also about building the next generation of filmmakers, creating pathways for students and young professionals to break into the industry.
So Dead Center Film, we're primarily known for our film festival. Going on 26 years, happens every year in June. We're the only Oscar qualifying film festival in the state for live action short documentary, and short animation. We visit schools throughout the state, but also offer kids opportunities such as like our Dead Center University programs, our workshops that students, we've collaborated with Oklahoma City Community College, Rose State, UCO, and 20 kids get together in different roles and create a short film with the help of industry professionals. And they also get an IMDb credit for it. So what we're trying to do is try to give them as much as the full experience as possible.
This event also helps amplify diverse voices, bringing more stories and perspectives to Oklahoma screens, like the Oklahoma Latin American Film Festival.
Yeah, so we're the Oklahoma Latin American Film Festival, and we're the Spanish Film Festival, where we have films from Latin America in Spanish with English subtitles. And we're going to be having our second annual at the Rodeo Cinema this fall in November.
From live performances to hands-on connections, Oklahoma Film and Music Day is about celebrating the people behind the industry.
And it brings all of the heavy hitters, all of the people that can make a difference together in one place. And anybody that has talent that might not have been discovered yet or has something to contribute to the film industry, this is where they can come together and meet those people. So I love it. This is kind of like the holiday in Oklahoma for movie making.
And for many here, it's a celebration of the industry that continues to grow year after year.
For more information on Oklahoma's film and music programs, visit the Oklahoma Film and Music Office website.
We'll have our full look at weather after the break.
It's time to explore, to come out and play. Our city is waiting, so what do you say? Whether daytime or nighttime, the right time is now. Finding those moments to make you go wow. Amazing new places to fit every mood. Shopping and dining. Did we mention the food? There are green parks and ballparks and water parks too. Museums, attractions, and also a zoo. The modern frontier is the friendliest place. Now is the time for your dreams to be chased.
It's the Roadway Replay.
Time for the lightning round, Brian. Let's rewind your drive to work. How far did your car travel while you checked your phone? 20 feet, 100 feet, the length of a football field?
100 feet.
Oh, sorry, Brian. In just 3 seconds on the highway, your car traveled the length of a football field.
Distracted driving? It's no game.
friends, and welcome back to your full look at weather. It is currently 72 degrees and partly cloudy outside with winds coming in at 15 miles per hour from the south. Humidity is at 28%, and we're right on the money with how it feels at 72 degrees. So, looking at the allergy index, tree has always been on the rise, but ragweed is now taking the spot from them, and mold is still low and grass is low as well. So, if you're mowing the grass, make sure that you hit up CVS before. So, currently outside, we're pretty mild throughout the state. Whatever Goldilocks said, not too hot, not too cold, just right. Standout, Lawton's at 69, but as you see across the state, it's low 70s to mid 70s, so it feels really, really nice outside. So looking at tonight, it is going to be clear with the temperature being at 68 degrees. If it was 80, I would cry. But the winds are going to be at 13 miles per hour coming out of the south-southeast, and humidity is going to go up to 31, so it's not going to be a big change because it's not going to rain tonight. And throughout the state, we're going to see a lot of high 60s, low 70s, Woodward being at 64. So once again, it feels really cool outside. So you might need a hoodie if you're anemic like me, but if not, you can go with some jeans and a short sleeve. So, oh, I went the wrong way. So sorry. So tomorrow, it is going to be 47 degrees and clear in the morning. Switched around the numbers. I did that to myself. And when it gets to the afternoon, it's going to be very, very sunny with the temperature being at 69 degrees. So like me, I love to eat outside. So tomorrow's going to be the perfect day to do that. And you're going to want to enjoy that for sure. And then when you get into the nighttime, 74, but still clear. And then tomorrow throughout the state, we're going to see it get a little bit higher, but not by far, not by much. Atlas being at 80, Guyman at 84, but we're not going to see any 90s. That's perfect. So, like I said before, we're going to watch out for this weather coming on Friday because Friday going into next week, we're going to see some thunderstorms. Like I said, on Sunday, winds are going to get really high. We might see storms, tornadoes, maybe. But Wednesday and Thursday, enjoy those days. But next week, please be on the lookout. So, I know I love the rain personally. It's the best time to read. Zach, Abby, how do you feel?
Well, it seems like the perfect kind of weather to snuggle up and hopefully get my homework done this weekend as we're heading toward finals. Abby?
Well, I usually enjoy the rain, but I'm supposed to have a yard sale this weekend, so I'm gonna need that rain to go away, okay, Phoebe? Thank you. Coming up next, Zach and I will have updates on the Iranian war since it began. Stay with us.
Rugged, rough, built for the road ahead.
Sometimes I feel like a shell of a man.
Commercials are fake. What you're feeling isn't. Call or text 988, Oklahoma's mental health lifeline.
Emma, did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
The University of Central Oklahoma grows and thrives. We move forward, daily living the Bronco way, being reflective of our neighborhood, community, history, and Oklahoma. This is what has made us who we are. Oklahoma's Metropolitan University, the third largest university in Oklahoma. This is where movement is. This is the University of Central Oklahoma.
At the beginning of the war with Iran, Zach and I broke down some key takeaways on the conflict.
The war has now reached 40 days and there is no clear end in sight.
Today we will break down what has been going on since we left off. Monday, Iran rejected a temporary 45-day ceasefire proposal set by the U.S., claiming that they want a permanent end to the war. Trump has set a deadline for Iran to agree to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. If Iran does not agree by tonight by 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Trump claimed a, quote, whole civilization will die tonight. The strait is where a fifth of the world's oil is transited. With the strait being closed, the world's economy is taking a hit, and pressure on Trump has continued to rise. Since the war has started, President Trump has set several deadlines linked to threats, but has continued to extend them. However, Trump has insisted that this one will expire by tonight. The next moves by the U.S. are a mystery, and there has been no clear insight on if Iran is willing to cooperate.
Iran picked a new supreme leader, Ali Khamenei's son, who has been reported today to be unconscious and unable to govern Iran. Since Iran has rejected the temporary ceasefire deal, they have provided a counterproposal with 10 demands, including a lasting ceasefire in the region and protocol for a safe passage through the Strait of Hormuz. Trump has rejected the counterproposal, claiming it is not good enough. Trump has threatened to, quote, decimate every bridge in Iran and put Iranian power plants out of business. The Islamic Republic has urged young Iranians to form human chains around power plants and other targets after the threats. The U.S. and Israel have attacked key Iranian industrial sites, including an Iranian oil hub. Iran's president said today that 14 million Iranians, including himself, have pledged to sacrifice their lives for the war.
Since the start of the war, the United States has seen 13 U.S. soldier deaths and 200 U.S. soldiers injured. A two-man fighter jet crew was downed in Iran and has since been rescued on Monday in an extremely risky mission. American journalist Shelley Kittleston, who was kidnapped in Baghdad last week, has been released today. The U.S. spent $22.3 billion to over $35 billion on the war since it began. There has been an increased security risk at U.S. bases in the Middle East Gulf states since Trump's threat to destroy the whole civilization of Iran this morning, along with his threats to destroy Iran's infrastructure. United Nations officials, military scholars, and Democrats in Congress say that these potential strikes would violate international law. Gas prices have also soared in the United States to $4 a gallon, with the Strait of Hormuz being closed.
The Strait of Hormuz, which is one of the world's most critical energy checkpoints, has been met with a near total closure since the war in Iran began. This has caused global energy crisis. The price of U.S. crude oil has risen to over $100 a barrel since the war. Before the war, the price per barrel was around $67 to $73. Gas prices in the U.S. have risen to $4 a gallon or over. The strait being closed also has impacted other trade items, including fertilizer, helium gas that is used to make computer microchips, petrochemical derivatives that go into making painkillers, antibiotics and vaccines, and sulfur for metal and batteries.
When we come back, Emily Creekmore will have more on sports.
Sometimes it makes everything funny. Sometimes it's nothing to laugh about. Weed. It's funny like that. And unlike alcohol, with marijuana, there's no legal limit. So even if you don't feel high, you could get a DUI. No matter how much weed you've had, don't get behind the wheel, because driving impaired is illegal. And that's no joke.
Hooves up, roll Chos. Today's a great day to cheer on the Broncos.
Welcome back to the Pain Train.
Okay, Sean, here's your final question. A train hitting your car is the same as your car hitting a boulder, a brick wall, or a soda pop can.
A brick wall?
At a whopping 20 million pounds, a train will crush your car like a pop can.
Beating a train? It's a game you can't win.
Welcome back, Broncos. For the final time this semester, I'm Emily Creekmore, and I've got your Tuesday sports update. Starting out on the green, the UCO men's golf team just wrapped up the Firekeeper Invitational in Mayetta, Kansas. UCO dominated the course, finishing first place as a team in their 5th tournament of the season. The Broncos finished with a 9-under par 855 total across the 3 rounds. The next closest team was the host of the Invitational, Washburn, with a final 4-over par 868. Rhett Hughes tied for first individually with a final 6-under par 210. Nick Canales finished right below Hughes in 3rd place with a final 4-under par 212. UCO is currently ranked number 8 in the Division II coaches poll. The Broncos now enter the postseason and will play in the MIAA Championships next Monday and Tuesday in Jefferson City, Missouri. The UCO softball team has increased their win streak to 6 after going 4-0 this weekend. The Broncos started their 4-game homestand on Friday afternoon against Northwest Missouri. Central beat Northwest 5-2 in Game 1 before getting the 8-3 victory in the doubleheader. UCO then hosted Missouri Western on Saturday. Central got the 3-2 win in the first game of their series with Western. The Broncos then won Game 2 7-6 after going into the 7th inning down 6-4. Riley Lemos walked it off with a two-run double, increasing the Broncos' record to 31-8 overall and 9-3 in the MIAA. UCO traveled to Bethany today for another doubleheader. First pitch was set for 2 p.m. And March Madness officially wrapped up yesterday evening with Michigan getting the 69-63 victory over UConn to win the national championship. This was Michigan's first March Madness title since 1989, finishing their season with a record of 37-3. Elliot Cadeau won Most Outstanding Player in the tournament, leading the offense for the Wolverines in the final with 19 points. And the women's bracket concluded on Sunday with UCLA completing a dominant 79-51 victory over South Carolina. UCLA made history, winning the first NCAA women's basketball title in program history. Lauren Betts took home the Most Outstanding Player award on the women's side, finishing with 14 points in the championship. The Bruins finished their historic season with a record of 37-1. And the Oklahoma City Thunder increased their most recent win streak to 5 after dominating the Utah Jazz 146-111 on Sunday evening. Chet Holmgren led the offense for the Thunder, finishing with 21 points on 8 of 11 shooting, including going 4 for 5 beyond the arc. SJ finished with 20 points, and Kaysen Wallace wasn't far behind with 16, also going 4 for 5 at the 3. OKC has 4 games remaining before entering the postseason and remains the number 1 seed in the West. The Thunder must win at least 2 of the games remaining to secure home court advantage for the entirety of the playoffs, as the Spurs are 3 losses behind them. OKC will travel to LA today to play the Lakers before completing the second end of their back-to-back against the Clippers on Wednesday. Tip-off against the Lakers tonight is set to begin at 9:30 p.m. Well, Zach, Abby, I know 9:30 p.m. is a late game, but hey, we have 4 games left. Are you guys going to be watching?
It is a late tip, but it's the Lakers. I'm going to have to catch it. Zach?
Well, I'm obviously going to be watching it, but unless we see like prime 2018 LeBron, I think the Thunder's going to sweep at MLA. Thanks, MLA. Up next, Phoebe will have her last look at weather.
The University of Central Oklahoma grows and thrives. We move to meet our students where they are and get them where they want to go. Over time, thousands of students have made the move to UCO. They come to pursue their passions and find their calling, to improve their lives, families, and communities. UCO moves and motivates students in and out of the classroom. Here, potential takes flight. Our students' curiosity ignites a spark that fuels transformation. Oklahoma's Metropolitan University, the university that hasn't stopped moving since 1890. In fact, we are gaining momentum. This is where movement is. This is the University of Central Oklahoma.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here.
Wait.
What?
I can't drive.
Why?
My.
Oh.
Welcome back, Broncos, to your last look at weather. So in the morning, at 7 o'clock in the morning, it is going to be 47 degrees and it's going to be very clear. So maybe have a coat, but you won't need your windshield wipers. Amen, amen. But as you get into the afternoon, it's going to go up to 69 degrees and it's going to be sunny. So once again, no windshield wipers, but maybe a good brunch outside. And then as you get later into the evening, the temperature is going to go up again to 74, but it's still going to be clear. So looking at tomorrow throughout the state, Guyman at 84, but the rest of us are really, it's going to be a really nice day tomorrow. Central is going to be at 75, surrounding in the high 70s. As you get to the south, you're going to see a little bit of high 70s, low 80s. So it's going to be a really nice day tomorrow. So what we're looking at, the wind is going to get high on Thursday, but it's going to be really high on Sunday, and this Friday, that is when the rain is going to start. So please be safe this weekend leading into next week. But like I love to say, roll them high, roll them low, and let's hope there's no tornadoes. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Phoebe. Unfortunately, this is my final broadcast with UCentral News, as I am graduating this May. Since starting in the fall of 2024 as floor director, then stepping into social media and desk talent in spring of 2025, and now I produce the Thursday newscast this semester, it has been a truly incredible journey. I am grateful for every opportunity UCentral News has given me and for the skills and experiences that have prepared me for my future in broadcast journalism. I want to give a special thank you to Professor Mark Scott for his guidance and support, and to my fellow student producers, Kenna and Jordan, and our director, Cameron. I didn't forget about you. I appreciate all of your hard work and collaboration. I also want to thank my grandparents, my girlfriend Emily, my family, and my brothers in Sigma Nu for their constant support and motivation throughout my college experience. Thank you, Broncos. It's been an honor.
Well, like Zach, I'm also graduating in May, and while I'm excited to see what's next for me, I will miss everyone here at UCentral so much. I started here in the fall of my junior year after missing 2 months of school due to a car accident, and I'm so grateful to Mark Scott, our advisor, for taking a chance on me and letting me do social media. I then started here on desk the next semester, and I've been here ever since. I'm so happy I chose this school and this department because it really means the world to me. Thank you to everyone who works behind the scenes to make sure this show runs the way it does. Our producers, our director, Brad, and every one of you makes a difference in our newscast. And just a huge thank you to my family for supporting me in everything I do. You're always my biggest fans. And thank you, Broncos, for letting me deliver you the latest news. And for the last time, that's all the time we have. I'm Abby Avers.
I'm Emily Creekmore.
I'm Phoebe Hilliard.
And I'm Zach Sexton. Have a good night, Broncos.